Hi, now this talk going to be about warehousing. What's the important part of the logistic operation? Now the goods are moving, and during their transits they would be offloaded and loaded again and again till they get to their destination. And even in destination needs to be warehoused somewhere. Now we are not going to look at what is the exporter's warehouse, because we assume the goods are sitting at the moment in their factory or warehouse, wherever the operation is. Once the goods have left their warehouse, now it moves to the ports, and the ports have got, whatever ports you go, they have got their own temporary warehouses, which they obviously the goods would sit down there, and then it move to being the ship or a cargo plane or whatever, and it moves. And let's say we get, now the goods are in the destination, and we are looking at the UK, but most of what I'm going to say here would be available in most other countries, maybe with different terminologies or names. Now, my advice is, if you are a small operator, especially, even a large operator, try to organize your warehousing before the custom, the bonded warehouse or custom warehouse, we say. This is a warehouse that means the goods are, although in UK, but they are not officially yet in. That means they haven't passed the custom and they haven't paid duties or VATs and things like that. Why do we do that? Now, one of the to do with finances, for example, once the goods are in bonded warehouse or in the customs warehouse, the duties are not yet payable in most cases. Also, the VAT, the value-added tax, which can be up to 20%, is not payable. It's only become payable once the goods have been brought officially into the country. So that would help your cash flow. If the goods are not even, you may have a goods in UK, but it's not all of it to be consumed in UK. So they are going to be shipped again out to another country. So you avoid paying these taxes or reclaiming it later on. So that would make it easier on cash flow and also a lot of paperwork. Alternatively, let's say your goods have arrived here, but you don't have all the paperwork to get it cleared through the customs. So it can wait there till the paperwork is completed and it moves. And if anything goes wrong and you haven't done your background work properly and it has to move back, yes, it's going to cost money, but at least you haven't paid the duties and things like that. So using the custom warehousing is important. I'm sure when you look at the cost of these warehouses are more expensive or appears to be more expensive than moving it to your own warehouse. But these warehousing, they not only they satisfy all these cash flow sort of benefits, they include the insurances, they include handling, the damages and so on. So, which if you go and take it into your warehouse, you need to get insurances, securities, and all these things organized, which they do cost you money. So if you're comparing it, make sure you compare likes for likes. There are two types of custom warehouses in UK. One is called Type A, which is a public warehouse, which is our authorized warehouse to accept goods from anyone, and that's the one which most likely you're going to use, which your goods would be stored. They work very similar to storage houses which you see around town, which you can go and get your goods. You get a space allocated to you, and you just pay the rent for it. The type, this is called Type A, public warehouse. There's a Type C, D, and E, which are private warehouses, which act in the same way. They leave the E out. This is for very big operations. People like, DHL have got it, they've got a special arrangement with customs to handle very large volume of work. But if you've got a big warehouse requirement, you can have your own private warehouse within the custom area, or what we call a bonded warehouse, negotiated with the HMRC, the organization which deals with Her Majesty's Revenue and Custom. But look at Type A, that's what you need, and you keep your goods on the other side of border till the buyer is identified, you are ready to get paid, and you move the goods forward. What you need to make sure, you keep your records properly. Yeah, obviously once the goods goes in, you have got the inventory list, which the warehousing company receive it and they sign it. Yes, they have got the goods. And as the goods are moving out or moving in, the inventory updated, all the handling and removal documentations, you have to keep all these stocks, the record of all these stocks, and you have to keep it for 4 years. Remember, do it properly, keep it up to date, and so you would be able to handle any inquiries in future by customs and excise regarding duties or what happened to the goods and so on. So that's how you're gonna handle your warehousing. It's very important. It can be an expensive and it can be a very cost-saving exercise. So, and it's obviously to do with your locality. See you later.